For our next topic, we're going to highlight a few resources that may be beneficial to you as we work through this current situation that we are in. I recently participated in a White House conference call in which several opportunities were discussed as a part of the recently approved Phase 2 of the Families First Coronavirus Response Act. One resource is that the virus has been added as an approved disaster event for the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program, which will provide assistance to small business owners. Now, you can review all of the details about this and other important resources at sba.gov/coronavirus. Some of the key features of the loan include it is designated for the following states. They are California, Connecticut, Delaware, Washington, D.C., Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Maine, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Utah, and the state of Washington. Keep in mind, for specific states, only certain counties are eligible. Now, these loans are low interest and long term for up to $2 million to provide temporary relief and support for small businesses due to a loss of revenue. The interest rate for businesses is 3.75% and 2.75% for nonprofit organizations. It's important to know that a small business is considered to have less than 500 employees. A real important feature to remember is that any eligible business who receives a loan and also decides to continue to pay their employees during closures, the amount paid in payroll will be forgiven from the loan, which means the owner would not have to pay back that portion. This is a huge incentive that I hope businesses take advantage of due to the fact that it benefits both the owner and the employees. Other resources of the relief bill include it provides 100% paid sick, family, and medical leave up to 14 days for workers who contracted the virus and also work at companies with less than 500 employees. This benefit can be extended for another 10 days, but at 2/3 of the pay. The downside is obviously that employees working at companies with 500 or more staff members would not receive this benefit, and it will be up to their employers to decide to pay for their sick leave, which is not guaranteed. Unfortunately, companies with 50 or fewer employees who are also trained to go out of business would not be eligible for this benefit. The bill also provides $250 million to give 25 million home delivery meals to seniors, $400 million for food banks, $500 million to help feed mothers and young children, and $100 million to territories such as Puerto Rico and Guam. Now, Phase 3 of the Act is currently being reviewed and will be voted on sometime in the near future. In the meantime, adjustments could be made to the proposal, so the following information that I'm going to share with you could potentially change. But at the time of this podcast, one of the main features, as many of us have already heard about, are the direct monetary payments. Now, there are some guidelines that you may or may not be aware of. The bill includes rebates of $1,200 for most individuals who reported less than $75,000 on their 2018 tax returns. And for those who filed jointly, the couple would receive $2,400 if they made less than $150,000. Another $500 would be added for every dependent child, and our low-income Americans with at least $2,500 of qualified income get a smaller benefit of $600 or $1,200 for couples. The payments would be gradually phased out for individuals with income between $75,000 and $99,000. And the assistance phases out for couples after $150,000 of income reported in 2018, and the payments are not available at all for those with joint incomes of more than $198,000. Overall, there are so many other details, so please visit the SBA and the United States government websites for full details. For those who are out of work due to the virus and are in need of unemployment benefits, please visit the website careeronestop.org to learn how you can file for support in your state. Additional assistance includes the deadline for filing our personal taxes has been extended to July 15th. And for individuals with federally held student loans, your interest rate will automatically be lowered to 0% for a period of at least 60 days. And student loan borrowers will also have the option to suspend their payments for at least 2 months. Again, for additional information, please contact your loan provider or visit studentaid.gov/coronavirus. With all this talk of providing nationwide assistance, it appears that the typical partisan rhetoric has been placed on hold for a few minutes. To see a Republican administration author widespread relief, which is reminiscent of their Democratic counterparts, is most certainly atypical. Look, the relief plans are not perfect, and as a country, we still have many issues to address to create equity for all, both in times of peace and in the midst of crisis situations. However, it is good to see that a widespread attempt is being made. You can offer varying opinions and question the intentions, but many families need help, and providing help is most certainly the right thing to do.